Alrighty then.
I got a guilty secret to tell before my head.
Hello everybody, welcome to this brand new video. So yes, indeed, do. Something pretty interesting has just, really within the last couple of days, has hit the YouTubes. And we finally have the second teaser trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic the live action movie, coming out now in February of 2020. Originally it was supposed to be out, I believe, this month. I think it was out in about a week or two time, about a couple of weeks time, I believe it was supposed to be originally out. But yeah, so this is just a general thoughts on my thought on the redesign of Sonic, what I think about this film moving forward, and also my appreciation to Paramount and to the great talented team of individuals that worked on the CGI for to bring the redesigned Sonic to us, and obviously those that from the original design as well. Yeah, okay, there isn't a lot of negativity. The original design from the first teaser trailer for this movie, Sonic he looked nothing like the iconic Sonic that we all know and majority of us do love. I'm a big fan of the games. I used to play them when I was a kid. I used to have the Sega Master System. And also, I used to be a big fan of the cartoons when I was a kid back in the 90s, and I used to watch all that. I used to just adore Sonic the Hedgehog. And so when I first heard about the live-action movie, I was a little bit nervous because, unfortunately, over the years, Sonic within the video games and also in cartoon form, there has been a little bit of this lapse with quality, unfortunately, and it's one of those things that there has been a bit of a quality lapse with stuff we've seen over the years. Now, I'm a big fan of Sonic and Tails, those games from back in the early Sega days, and obviously the original. I liked the real comedy-centric Sonic series, which featured Sonic, Tails, and Dr. Robotnik, and also there's two robots as well. I used to like that series when I was really young, and then I liked the more mature, darker themed version, which was, is it Sonic and His Friends, I think it was called. I'm not quite sure. Oh no, Sonic Adventures, there we go. Adventures of Sonic. I used to like that series as well, which was a bit darker, much more of a darker Robotnik. I really liked that one as well. I mean, I used to like Sonic X as well. I used to like that. When it was on Jetix back in the day. But anyway, let's move on. So yeah, I'm a fan. I've enjoyed majority of the media and the games from back when, and so moving to this new redesign of Sonic, and I want to just say thank you very much and just great kudos to Paramount and to the director of this movie for actually taking on board the criticism and the opinions of the fans. I will give credit where it's due, and I tried to back when the first teaser came out, and the original design, I tried to look past the negativity. I tried to think of it as a film, and like I said a bit earlier on in the video, that I was a little bit nervous when this live action film was greenlit, because there's been quite a few games that have been turned into a movie or adapted into a movie, and unfortunately have pretty much all of them have failed. With this being such a well liked and a very respected character from Japan, famous for the Sega video games and all that such, and he's a very famous character next to you could even argue next to Mario and all that lot, and I felt, wow, they really have to come up with something impressive in order for this to work. And then when the first teaser came out, it was just, what the hell were they thinking? Even though in the back of my mind I was like, look, just chill out. There's no need to really go nuts on this. Yeah, he didn't look right, but I tried to see the positives and I tried to think, right, okay, I'm going to go and see this anyways because I'm generally interested in Jim Carrey. And then, come to now, 2 days ago, naturally we're going into 3 days now, I would have thought, since it initially did get come up on the YouTubes. And the new redesign, he looks great, he looks as he should do. It looks as if, you just pulled him out your TV screen and he's here in reality, and he looks, he looks right. He's much more dense, much more detail to his fur. He has a much closer eyes. He has the whole monobrow look. He has the white gloves now. He looks like Sonic, and that is the main fundamental thing you have to get right. Is Sonic has to look the part. Now, you can definitely see that the definition of this movie is certainly an adaptation to the original games, rather than the cartoons. I mean, I'm not saying the word borrow elements of the animation that's come out over the years. Now, I do see a little bit of Sonic X in this. I don't know if anybody else has kind of got that kind of essence about it, but obviously in Sonic X he comes to the human world and all of his friends like Tails and all the other ones kind of follow after him in a way. But what I'm getting at is, with it being Sonic in our world, I'm getting that vibe from it, even though it is more of a celebration of the games. As you would have seen in the teaser, we had that beautiful scene, that little scene of his world, and you just see him kind of running around that loop-de-loop and then collecting all the rings, and then he kind of says, right, I kind of got bored of my world, and he just ended up coming to our world. So you had the little DC Comics nod where he's reading Flash comics, which I did like, and it felt like Sonic, because that was what Sonic would do. He'd come to our world, he'd cause mayhem, he'd explore, he would pick up stuff like comic books and video games and TV, because that's generally what I got from his character from years back, was that he was a very intuitive and very adventurous and very mischievous at times and cocky, and that's what I loved about his character, and I'm getting that from him from the second teaser. We've got Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik / Eggman, whatever you, and I think he's a great fit. He's a great method actor. He can embody a character really, really well. He's good at comedy. He's really goofy. His nature, he just embodies that kind of energy. And I absolutely loved him as Ace Ventura. He essentially was Ace Ventura. That was pretty much him in a nutshell, performing a character. And I loved him in Kick-Ass 2, where he played, I think, the general guy. I thought he was really, really good. I just absolutely love Jim Carrey, and obviously Dumb and Dumber as well. The first film is really good. I love him in that. He is just such a great character, just a great actor in general, and he is one of the main selling points for me to go and see this movie. And that I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people that have made videos and spoken on social media that have said Jim Carrey is the main thing that is really selling, making people want to go and see it, because of the films that he's been in that still have a great effect on many people. So I'm hoping this film is decent. Personally, I think I'm hoping with all this hard work and dedication that has gone into the redesign of Sonic, I really hope the film itself gives Sonic as a character what he should be, and people can identify that is Sonic and that is Dr. Robotnik / Eggman. That is their characters, and I'm just hoping after all this movie is somewhat of a success for Paramount and also for the people behind the film and for the director, because I want a good film that is based off or adapted off of a video game. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and until next time, stay awesome, and I'll be back there I'll be back very, very soon with more videos. Peace.
Raise your eyes.